if you wanted to look at a long-term engineering product, you could a project rather. You could, if you had enough resources and you were clever enough and you planned this out enough, you could engineer the downfall of a society, and you would do it by infecting the universities and entrenching them in a ridiculous, unsupportable ideology, and then have people go out in the world with that ideology and think this is a rational way to live life and to run the world. And then while you're doing that, you're also setting it up so that you have less people get arrested for things, more people get released from prison for things. There would be a bunch of different ways that you could destabilize society. But one of the best ones would be to encourage crime. If you wanted to somehow or another encourage one, you could do it under the guise of making it more fair for all these people that get arrested, making it more fair for, nobody wants to be racist. You just say it's racial injustice and just let more violent criminals out onto the street. If you wanted to destabilize society, it's not saying that prison reform isn't hugely necessary. It is, for sure. They need to do a way better job of trying to rehabilitate people as well instead of just incarcerating them.
Fuck yeah.
But letting people out that are violent criminals seems like what I would do if I was trying to destabilize society.
I think an easier way, here's what I would do.
What would you do if you were an evil dictator?
I would just shut everybody's shit down and say it was an attack from another country. If New York or LA collapses, the rest of the world follows suit. So we talk about a lot. Only like fucking 3% of your money is actually real. The rest is fucking a digital number. And we saw it with the banks collapsing, all these
and then they get bought up by bigger banks.
But the payout is $250,000. You're insured. Your money is insured for. You could have $1 billion in this bank. You're paid out $250,000.
And then where'd the rest of that money go?
Where the fuck did it go? All you need to say is if someone goes in or someone tries to order Postmates on their phone, just say, your card's actually not working. Your card's been declined. Everyone's cards get declined at the same fucking time. People are going to fucking cannibalize themselves within a week.
Yeah.
And just say it's not, we don't know who's doing it, but this was an outside attack.
Yeah.
All it takes is, because everything is so digital now, it takes just like you mentioned in Canada, where they're like, okay, people who donated to these guys are getting their bank accounts shut off. Imagine that happened to an entire major city.
Yeah. Well, have you ever looked into how vulnerable...
It would be anarchy everywhere.
Have you ever looked into how vulnerable the power grid is?
I know how vulnerable it is because in Utah, not even the power grid, but for internet. So, and a disgruntled employee took an axe to a box and shut down the whole fucking place. Is fucking, like, my whole entire side. I live in Cottonwood Heights in Utah, and the whole shit went out because some guy was just mad and he just took a fucking axe to a box.
That's crazy.
And shut everybody's internet off. And it sucks. Wow. It sucks because I like internet. I like having internet. I gotta watch the fucking Joe Rogan Experience.
Wow. It's that vulnerable. And it's crazy that he knew how to do it and not get electrocuted. If you had a box and it's filled with wires and you got an axe, wouldn't you assume you're going to die?
I don't know how it goes.
I don't know how it goes either. I mean, I would be
All
like...
I know is I didn't have fucking Wi-Fi for fucking 4 days.
Do you think Wi-Fi is bad for you?
I don't know. That's a good question. I remember, COVID's caused by Wi-Fi, all this shit. I remember
5G.
all this shit.
People go,
5G, yeah. But I don't know. What is interesting is seeing those little boxes pop up around everywhere, disguised as palm trees in California and just kind of scattered around in New York.
The cell phone towers?
I don't know. Are they cell phone towers?
Yeah.
They're like...
They look like fake trees.
Yeah.
They have like these little square things on them or these rectangular things on them.
But smaller, like deployable variants of it, I guess. Because how big is a cell phone tower? It's big.
They're pretty big. I think they probably vary in size too, though. They're probably like a lot of other